It seems like it's been eons. I feel better. I feel at home right now.
Feels right. Everything feels right with the world right now. Horned Up is back. Hell yeah. It's June 13th. Are we in the dead time yet? Or are we just on the edge of it, the cusp of it?
We're in the dead time. Well, we're just entering the dead time. OTAs wrapping up. It is the dead time, but there's still plenty to talk about. We got a full length agenda. So grab your notebooks and pencils and take some notes. It's going to be a dandy.
Think people actually take notes, like take book on the Lombard and Lupiga show, like you do in a baseball game?
If they do, that's not great news. Not great news. We got Viking Funeral, Davey in the house, Ashley, Julian, FWN, Chad Penner, Nitzberg is not going to be here. Harmsy, Viking Funeral, Minnesota Avengers, Balster, Gare Bear in the house. Viking Funeral. I don't even know if I said him, but he deserved it twice. Anyways,
nope. I hope he's fully recovered. Hope he's 100%.
Sounds like he's sore.
Really? I sent him a nice little message on Twitter. He never wrote back to me.
I wouldn't either. You're probably very used to that. He said it's my dominant arm. So hopefully you're finding a new way to tug.
Viking Funeral. I'm gonna take on that challenge next time I take a dump. I'm gonna use my left hand.
Oh, God, that sounds like you're gonna have a mess. Knack is in the house. Let's go, baby.
Knack, how you doing, buddy?
If you guys are going to training camp, let us know the dates down below, or we'll put those dates in. Luppigan will be there the 31st.
Yeah.
Wednesday to Thursday, and hopefully we can meet up with some of you fellers. I know Viking Funeral sounds like he was getting a ticket today.
I thought he picked a different day. I saw him replying to a list on Twitter. I thought he said like,
man, you stalk people on Twitter. Weird.
I just see notification. I see people's conversations.
Yeah, I know. You're always telling me like, yeah, this person wrote this on Twitter.
It's what I see in my feed.
He's a creeper. Don't add him.
I'm not searching him. It's coming up in my feed.
Julian Marker. I think I've heard you say this before. Ooh. Peterhead Group. Thomas, what's up?
Peterhead.
See, yeah, Harmsy's thinking about. So get your butts on there and get your tickets for the 31st. It's Wednesday.
31st. Yep.
Practice the 31st.
Yep. It's 5 months from New Year's Eve.
JDT is a righty, but he's a lefty tugger. Interesting.
Oh.
Interesting. What's that called? Ambidextrous?
Ambidextrous.
Yeah, Dirk Diggler confirms.
Mm-hmm. I think someone sat in my beer.
Ding dong still intact. Yeah, we'll give her another minute. We got plenty of Vikings to talk about. Some good stuff going on. 6 years free. Of what? Like out of prison?
I don't know.
He broke out of Shawshank.
I didn't even want to comment on that because I don't know what the hell he meant. Tim Boss is here.
Boss man, what's up? BK, what's going on?
I think he's announcing himself in the house.
You know what? BK, he's much different when we bring him on. He's nice and whatever. And then in the comments, he tries to be a tough guy. It doesn't work.
He is. That's what fight everybody.
I love BK. Just he's never generally right either.
Congrats, Davey. 6 years cancer free.
Oh,
not Shawshank.
Well done, sir. Well done. 6 years. A+. We love Davey.
Chad Penner trivia question. Who was the greatest Viking to wear number 59?
Was Beekert 59?
I don't know.
Keith Farwell 59?
I think that's kind of subjective.
Dix in that linebacker was 59. I remember we had this conversation. We couldn't figure out who the hell it was. I still can't remember his first name.
Didn't we try to go 1 through 99 Vikings last year?
Yeah.
Thomas had Tommy John because he was jerking off too much.
Yeah, probably Matt Blair. I'm sorry. See, that's old school. I don't know Matt Blair. I know Matt Blair. I just didn't get to see him play because I was in my dad's pouch. I'm trying to get out still. Get me out of here. Mason M, what's going on? Jesus. All right, let's talk some Vikings. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's talk with a former Viking first. Stefon Diggs thinks the Vikings kind of screwed him over by trading him to the Bills. This dude is absolutely delusional. Absolutely 100% delusional. What did you guys think about Stefon Diggs' comments? And one bar, what's your take? We never really talked about this.
Delusional, but we loved him when he was here.
Oh, I'm not saying I love him or not. He's not a good football player, but this is super weird.
Yeah, what do you have the full quote in front of you?
No, but basically what it was that the Vikings kind of punished him by sending him to Buffalo, which doesn't make any sense because young quarterback, their Super Bowl window was opening. He was there. They were constantly competing in the AFC Championship game. It was a great spot to go. Why would you not want to go there?
Because it didn't work out. He's I don't know what the word is called. Tim Voss says, yeah, I mean, it was so random to throw that out there now. Like, is he trying to say that's why it didn't work out in Buffalo? Whatever. And Vikings sent him to whoever gave him the best compensation. And we got a fucking haul when we sent him to the Bills. Yeah. So we didn't give a shit where we sent them. We shouldn't. And if we had a little bit of a different, I mean, we sent them where we sent them. We got a haul. We got Justin Jefferson out of the deal. So Stefon Diggs can eat me where I shit because nobody cares anymore. He's going to be on 3 more teams in the next 4 years.
It's bizarre. I mean, he went to a contender. They were always in the playoffs when he was there. I don't know what else he would have wanted.
Don't care.
Again, yeah. And why should they even care? You take the best deal you can get. Yeah, it's just weird. And Stefon Diggs. I mean, thank God we have Justin Jefferson now, a guy who, could you imagine what Diggs have been doing during this whole Justin Jefferson contract negotiation, all the shit he'd be tweeting, and oh God, it'd just been a damn nightmare. Misery, a total misery, as you would say.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just so weird. Like, did you want him to go? You know, Stefon, give us your top 2 teams you'd like to go to, and we're gonna make it work for you. No, he was a dick when he was trying to get out of here. So he's lucky we didn't send him to the Cardinals. Some are just absolutely horrible. So boo-hoo. He's gonna be off the Texans in a year.
He will be. He'll burn that bridge, and then he'll
bad because man, we got a steal in him in fifth round. It was beautiful. Loved him when he was here. Great receiver. We got a great haul for him. We got a future Hall of Famer for him. So Stefon Diggs, I love you. I love that you wanted to leave. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. And yeah, just a really weird thing to say. KOC press conference says Sam Darnold will be the starter going into training camp. Again, no real big surprise here, but I mean, how important is this that he's the starter going to training camp?
Sam Darnold, Davey Chain's favorite player ever to play football. Named starting quarterback going in the training camp. He didn't allude to much after that though. He just said comes training camp. You know, he's the guy. He's the guy. He's looked good. He's the vet. Should be him. I think everybody agrees that it should be him. They just basically said the obvious, but he did say it. He didn't say like, hey, it's an open. He could have easily said it's an open competition.
He didn't, and it's the right move. Sam Darnold was brought in here to be the bridge quarterback. He's going to be named the starter going in training camp. Will it stay that way? That is the big question. We'll revisit this back, early August to see if he's still saying the same story. Will be an open competition then. We'll find out. But there's some comments we're going to get to later that KOC said about McCarthy that are kind of interesting.
I'm glad he said it. I mean, it just made
it very, very clear. Second. This is not a surprise. This is the script. This is what he should be saying. It's the plan.
It's the plan.
Hey, Dustin. How are you, man?
Dustin, what's going on, buddy?
Dustin's
got one hell of a TikTok following.
He does. He's so good.
Dustin, throw your link in the comments. We'll chuck it up there.
Absolutely. Just insert that thing in the comments. Another thing here, I know we touched on this in a video earlier this week, but Cam Akers has been seen at TCO. Does that mean he's going to sign with the Vikings? Is the Cam Akers experience with the Vikings going to continue another year? And what do you guys think? Do you guys want Cam Akers back? Here's what you guys think in the comments. Cam Akers, you guys go with the Vikings, bring him back for another year, or do you hate the idea of that? There it is.
Crazy.
There is that link for that.
There TikTok. It is. There it is. Hit him up on TikTok. I know Davey's on TikTok looking at all those pervy videos. So hit him up. Give him a follow. Do it now. And just remember, Cam Akers, dude is 24.
Damn, that's so crazy.
It seems like he's been in the league since 1997. He's 24 years old.
Oh,
we got Alyssa in the house. Alyssa, long time no see. Good to see you.
Long time no see.
I think Alyssa's trying to get. I think the goal is what, 10,000 followers on Twitter.
Wow.
before week 1. Is that the plan?
It's a bold plan. She's gonna do it though. She's gonna do it. I know she is.
Yeah, I 100% believe it. Got to stop tearing ACLs. Damn right.
Mac's right. Mac's
a big part of getting on the field. Alyssa, how many followers are you up to on Twitter? We got to know, and hopefully we're gonna have her on very soon. She's very busy.
Everybody wants Alyssa to take part in their shows. It's a big goal, she says, but she's not going to give away how many she has.
I'm telling you, once training camp starts and you're going balls to the wall and everybody comes back to the Vikings land, everybody's kind of checked out now. You'll get up there, no problem. Yeah, Cam Akers. So do we want him back? And honestly, I can't remember what we did. 6,800.
Wow. That's the amount I checked Viking Funeral's Twitter feed during the day.
Yeah, nah. 10K, no problem. 10K by.
She's got it.
Something. I'm trying to think of something today.
So it seems like we got for depth. I saw that a couple times here in the comments. I would love Cam Akers back. 100%. I mean, he was our best running back last year for a large majority of the season until he got hurt. He can pass protect. He can catch the football. He runs hard. He scored our first rushing touchdown last year. I would absolutely love him to come back and be running back 2, 3, whatever it may be, part of this rotation, because we are going to run the football next year. We're going to run it damn well. And I don't like the depth behind Ty Chandler and Aaron Jones. All right,
here's the Twitter. Alyssa's Twitter right there. Go give her a sub. 6,800. Boom, boom, boom.
Do it.
I think Cam Akers, if we were to re-sign him, if he was healthy, him and Ty Chandler are going to duel it out day 1 for running back 2. I don't think Cam Akers is coming here to see if he's active or not. I mean, he's still only 24 years old. What he showed as a Viking last year before he got hurt was he looked damn good. It
was spectacular.
And, I think he could be a number 2 on a lot of teams in the league. So I don't think he's coming here to be a 3. I think he'd come here to battle Ty Chandler, and may the best man win. I think it would be a great battle.
He'll come here because
I want him to sign him.
He's going to sign. I expect it's going to happen very soon.
If he doesn't, it's going to be awkward come like November, and he's still working out, showing, hey, morning, guys. Morning. Anybody need a
You're
coffee?
A Cardinal. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, hey, I'm here. I saw the game yesterday. Ty Chandler didn't look very good. I'll be working out.
Why are you in my locker, Cam?
Yeah, it would get, if he's still working out in a week from now or whatever, and they haven't signed him, Cam, go to a workout place, man.
One of those workout places. Those things are awesome. So I would love him back. I think we all would love to see Cam Akers. Another guy, and I gotta apologize, Mekhi Blackman. I always forget about him. I start thinking about this cornerback depth.
He's the only thing I think about.
I forget about him, but he's been named to PFF's 2024 All Breakout Team. Congratulations, Mekhi Blackman. Well done. Well
deserved.
Breakout. Yeah. So what do you think? Is he going to break out? I feel like he kind of broke out last year. What are you going to show us there, Wombar? I'm getting flashbacks from when T-Man was unzipping his pants.
Yeah, that wasn't great. 16 likes. Yeah, if you guys are watching, hit that like button. Boom, boom, boom. Hit that sub. Alyssa's trying to get to 10,000 followers. We're trying to get to the 12,000 subscribers by week 1. That'll happen.
We're talking end of May. We didn't say what year that May would be. It could be May 2026.
Could be. I hope not. I hope it's much, much sooner. So Mekhi Blackman, it's nice to see that an outsider source like a PFF, especially somebody who dissects players so much, sees a guy like Mekhi Blackman who could break out. And you know what? It's tough to argue. Their list of their players, they definitely dig into some very, very deep players, guys you haven't heard a ton about. So I love it. I think they're dead on.
And I think they named him to an all-rookie team as well. So PFF loves Mekhi Blackman. And yeah, I feel like he's kind of the forgotten piece when we talk about just Kyrie Jackson coming in, Shaq Griffin. Again, what Josh Metellus can do again, Cam Bynum playing well. This whole secondary, I feel like Mekhi Blackman is often overlooked. So I love seeing him get some love. And I think he definitely could be a breakout candidate. So
a lot to do with Shaq Griffin. How does Shaq Griffin do? What's the rotation there with that cornerback mix? Byron Murphy, Josh Metellus, Blackman is a Caleb Evans going to be on this team? A lot of factors into it. You're damn right, old Milwaukee. It's God's water.
It's God's piss is what they call that.
Show some respect.
To old Milwaukee?
Absolutely.
All right. Let's talk some JJ McCarthy. A lot of nuggets coming out of old JJ this week. This contract dispute, I don't even call it a dispute, but potential holdout. There's been some rumblings about this, about him wanting to get this big chunk of money. And yeah, apparently it's kind of getting more smoke than I would have expected it to.
It's not really come from a valid source, though.
Well, I mean, it's come from more than one source, which is a little bit concerning.
I think it's coming from more than one person sharing it. Like, where did this come from? Is this legit? Until
wasn't it Pro Football Talk? Wasn't it Mike Florio putting this out there?
Oh, well, exactly. So that's kind of my point. I mean, until it reaches a point where either the player says it or the agent says it, whatever. McCarthy has already said he's not even like leaving the place. He's going to be there and he's going to maybe golf a little bit, but other than that, he's here.
Him and Cam Akers are sharing a bunk in the back.
Yeah, this is not going to get ugly. And I'm not, the concern level is 0.
It's just weird though, because of all the things you could have asked me, who's going to hold out, JJ McCarthy would have been the bottom of my list.
I mean, we're not used to getting quarterbacks early, so
because we're good, we're a good team.
Well, yeah, and whatever it is, maybe this is the norm, and maybe quarterbacks get their bonus or their whatever up front, whatever. It's not going to be an issue. JJ McCarthy's going to continue to say and do the right things. Everything he talks about, it's almost getting uncomfortable. I want to hear him come out and just say like "fuck" or something weird. He's just like this. So far, he's been so perfect on everything he says.
He's so smooth.
It's a little too full housey for me. Like,
is it music playing?
Too really goody. I need a little fire there, and I bet we'll see that once he starts playing. But yeah, I want a really, really perverted or horrible cuss word.
Like what? Butthole?
No, that's really not that dirty. I mean, yours is.
Can be one. It will be when I wipe left-handed.
That's what Luminous. I don't want Kirk Cousins-esque type of chatter. I want F-bombs. I want bad stuff.
Fuck Viking Funeral. I hear the Full House music right now when I see that pink show up.
Hey, let's go.
Wow.
Thanks, sir.
What a guy.
We're gonna owe him multiple beers in Egan on July 31st. If anybody's planning on going to training camp that day, email us at onebarlupicus@gmail.com. We'll have a nice little
powwow.
Nice little hot tub all together.
Sounds like the water's me real dirty. Kevin O'Connell, he was on the podium this week. He said JJ McCarthy's growth has been evident through OTAs and minicamp, and they've been spending a lot of time on his footwork. But you love to hear that his growth is clear. That's what you want. You want to see him progress throughout these rookie minicamp, OTAs. This is a great progress report from Kevin O'Connell and JJ McCarthy.
He's going to say it regardless, but yeah, it's nice that he said it.
No, he's not going to come out. He's doing some nice things, is what he'd say.
His footwork has actually regressed in this offseason.
I would love that honesty. That's really the
case. You know what? Whatever. Everybody is saying nice pleasantries right now, and we would expect that. It's wonderful. It's great. I would expect nothing else. So I'm sure back in the day when we drafted Christian Ponder, he was having great reads and doing all the right things in his first workouts. So until we see it, I don't give a shit what they say.
No, I mean, growth being evident. I think that's a great way to put it. And KOC is definitely smooth as well. JJ McCarthy had a quote today this week. Sam Darnold, the other quarterbacks. I kind of summed this up a little bit, but he said he's watched Sam Darnold his whole life. He's also watching Nick and Jaron, observing and soaking up what they do.
I got thoughts on this,
and eventually is looking forward to surpassing them.
I like the last part, but I got some strong thoughts.
My first, let's do it. My first part is that whole watch Sam Darnold his whole life.
That's fine. I mean
like, does he like, search the New York Jets games after, was he watching those? Was he watching the Carolina Panthers games? Was he watching the minutes he got in as a Niner? Was he that obsessed with Sam Darnold?
I think he's more just saying that he's a football fan and he remembers Sam Darnold getting drafted and has seen some of his games. My issue with this is He's watching Jaron Hall and Nick Mullins. Stop watching them. Don't learn anything from these guys. I'm sorry. Go watch tape of other players. I love that he's saying the right things, and that, of course, he's going to say that because he's technically they're probably higher on him depth chart. But please don't get anything from these guys. Thank you. I mean, nope, there's nothing good to take from any of that.
They're professionals. Maybe they have great work ethics. I mean, that's what you can take from
He's
it.
Watching him how to shower after the game, or maybe like how his locker room neatness, whatever. Great. Don't watch him anything as far as what it has to do with football.
But you're right. The main thing is he's saying the right thing. Like, I mean, he's gonna acknowledge the other quarterbacks.
Hey, hit that like button. We're only at 22 likes. Let's get the 50 likes. Just
to me, that was the funny part. Like, I've been watching.
Like, boom, 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 boom.
Who says I've been watching the Sam Darnold my whole life? That was funny. That to me, that was
Sam Darnold. Don't get me started on this guy. I love breaking down every one of his games.
I watch his high school games.
Bad he is.
Yeah, that was kind of funny. But again, I mean, the dude is natural when you put a mic in front of his face, and he says the right things. Let's talk about this again. Another thing we touched on earlier this week, but JJ and JJ not only are going to be the greatest touchdown quarterback wide receiver combination in the next 10 years, but they're also locker roommates. What do you guys think about JJ and JJ being locker room neighbors? Yeah, when's that going to happen? You should do it right now.
I think it's expired.
Man, which is like honey. It never
June
expired.
25th of 2025.
Oh, you're good. We got a good year until you have to eat that.
No, I got to do it sooner than that. What was your question?
JJ McCarthy and Justin Jefferson being locker mates.
Manwich, if you're watching and you want to sponsor the One Bar and Lupagus show,
best
I'll show you how
goddamn
good it is without the meat.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm glad they're next to each other. They're gonna see each other in ways very intimately.
Both gonna have to tell Cam Akers it's time to leave.
Hey, Cam, we really appreciate the dedication, but it appears there's not going to be any sort of contract coming your way. Yeah. I mean, clearly this was strategic. Put the rookie quarterback next to the best player on the team. Win, win, win. Nothing bad can come of it. Hopefully they become best friends forever. And we'll see how the story ends.
Oh, and I think Harm summed it up nicely. A perfect way to help form chemistry. And that's right. I mean, like we look at Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, like they just knew, like with a little head nod, what the one was going to do. And I want to see that from JJ McCarthy and Justin Jefferson in a couple of years. Just that kind of, you just know what they're going to do. You know where they want the ball. You know where you have to place it. You know how he likes it.
They're going to get that from sitting next to each other in the locker room.
That's just a start of it. Like just being around each other, getting comfortable with each other. I think that's huge. So I like this, and it's a genius move by the Vikings.
I think any team in history would have put these guys next to each other. I'm glad it happened.
Not the Jets.
I bet they would have. It makes too much sense.
They wouldn't put Quincy and Nua next to Sam Darnold when they were playing together.
FW Vander had some sloppy joes today.
Really?
Sloppy joes, unless they're homemade. I mean, Manwich, if you are still watching this is going to lose our sponsorship, but this shit's gross. Manwich, if you're making sloppy joes with Manwich, you're lazy. Yick.
I want to know anybody in there who's watching right now. Have you ever gone to a restaurant and actually ordered a sloppy joe?
What restaurant do you go to that it's actually on
Louise's?
The menu?
There'll be a special every now and then. It'll be sloppy joe. Like, who would go and order a sloppy joe? Has anybody paid money to have a sloppy joe? I want to know.
Maybe at a county fair. What do we have to do with likes? We get over 50 likes. We can get.
One time I watched One Bar order a Frito pie.
Yeah, well, shit faced. I would have ate anything pie that night. Wasted.
Viking Funeral thinks that Ashley Dick has probably ordered a sloppy joe.
No, Alyssa, it's still here. It is not opened. I'm waiting for the right time to do it.
I thought you said banging the manwich. I'm like, was that what we bet on?
I banged the manwich. That is a different members only video. It's really nice. Very, very nice.
It's
lighting.
called Manwich Stuck in Dryer.
Yeah, it is. It is. All right, what else we got shaking? Nick Muse had a knee procedure. Nick Muse, our fourth tight end right now, third technically, I guess, with Hawkinson on the shelf. Had a knee procedure, but they did say he's going to be ready for training camp. This is nothing, really not even a talker, especially because it's Nick Muse.
I just love that Nick Muse was
get well
mentioned.
soon.
He was mentioned. That's great. Good for Nick Muse. But yeah, with Bob Tonyan in the mix, Nick Muse. I don't know, man. What are we gonna do with him?
I don't know. I mean, I like Nick Muse. I think when he's been out there, he's been fine. He's been athletic tight end. He's probably never going to be more than a number 3 tight end, at least on this team or the current roster. I don't think he's a shoo-in to make the team at all. But we just like him because of the pitcher, really.
Is Patrick Harms? Patrick Harms, are you still watching? Because I think Wombar should send you to
likes. I'm feeling really bad about myself right now.
We're gonna do a mailbag here. I think we need a live Patrick Harms moan if he's around to come on and do it live.
I'd be fine with
Harmsy, are you game? Are you game to give us a live moan? Be really embarrassing if you're not.
No, well, we'll see. I'll make his all right. While he's pondering that,
Muse is better. Oh, he's here. He's ready.
It's funny because the little camera slot I have ready for him is absolutely tiny.
So we just need to hear it. We don't want to see him.
Harms. There's the link. Just if anybody else comes on, it'll be awkward. So that's the link for Harms. Come on, give us a real nice. You got to come on and moan for the mailbag.
We're doing a mailbag, Harms. We need a good moan from the deepest part of your loins.
Mailbag, and then he'll moan.
Mm-hmm.
Super Henry.
Hello, Super Henry.
Like Super Will. Booming 60-yard kicks with ease. I didn't see that.
I haven't heard much about our kickers, which is super weird.
That's good news. If you're not hearing anything about your kickers, that generally means they're doing okay.
Remember last year? Was it last year, the year before, where Greg Joseph was hitting like from 75? It was insane.
That sounds made up. All right, Patrick Harms is here. We're going to do a mailbag. So let's first off, it's mailbag time.
Oh, I'm on. I didn't see me down there.
Don't say anything. Just waiting for him to moan. It's mailbag time.
I literally did not know I was on until I saw myself. Okay. Ah!
Oh, I love that you just sat there for a while.
That was the best. That
was the best. Thank you, Mr. Harms. Wonderful.
Davey wanted him to fart, I guess. Yeah, that was better than expected, actually.
Yeah, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. Thank you, Patrick, for that.
Yeah.
Hey, remember, if you guys are watching and you're gonna be at training camp on the July 31st, send us an email, onebarlupicus@gmail.com. We're all gonna hook up and have a real nice group hug and drink some beers. So let us know if you're gonna be there.
It will be a beautiful shared moment.
We sure will. All right, let's go to the mailbag. He didn't moan for nothing.
He did not moan for nothing. All right, so this was from I think it was like Randy Jackson, the old American Idol judge. He said, "What the fuck? Atlanta didn't get punished? So stupid. They lost a 5th rounder? What the hell?" For the tampering with Kirk Cousins.
Viking funeral will be there on the 31st. Let's go. Alyssa's going to be there on the 27th. I can stay a couple more days.
Yeah.
I'll bring the Jello shots.
Yeah, no shit. No, I heard those are very strong.
Well, it depends how you make them. Julian, get one for the 29th. You live in Egan.
Well, we're going the 31st.
Or 31st, sorry.
I think I booked the wrong day again.
When it comes to Kirk Cousins and what the actual tampering was, I think we're all, I mean, it was a pipe dream, the thought that the Vikings were going to get something. So I guess I don't really care. It would have been nice if they got punished a little bit more, but I never really expected the Vikings to get anything.
Well, and I didn't either, but then all of a sudden, like, these reports to come out, like, oh, they could get something. Like, no, they're going to get something. And then it was like going to happen on draft night. And like, I was with you 100%. Like, nothing's going to benefit the Vikings from this. And then also you start hearing these things that it could, and then your hopes are up, then they're not, and they're back, and something's going to happen. But supposedly the NFL was going to crack down super hard on the Falcons. The punishment was going to be very obscene. But this is nothing. This is a slap on the wrist. This is a slight little nipple twist. This is nothing. So I don't know if the NFL really wants tampering to stop. This is not the example they needed to set for this.
Yeah, but the The actual tampering, I think, was so minimal. It's not like they were like calling him like, "Hey, man, we're gonna sign you." It was like, I don't have it in front of me. It was something so small. It's like, who gives a shit?
It was like with the workout schedule. It was something weird like that.
I don't even care, to be honest with you. Whatever.
Well,
like, everyone's going to the extreme, saying like now, like, hey, if all it costs is a 5th round pick and $250,000, that is well worth trying to get one of the best free agents out there every year. It's like, no, you got to look at what they actually did, because obviously, if somebody big time up and up were calling Kirk Cousins, it wouldn't be a 5th rounder. They would be punishing the shit out of him. So I don't care. I really don't care.
Well, and I don't think the Vikings ever really wanted him, so I was never like personally upset about it. Like, I don't think it was in the Vikings' plans to bring him back. Are you okay?
I think I need a Benadryl.
My God, you might have the HIV.
50-50 on that one.
My God, I want to put my finger under your nose.
I mean, I guess it would be, like you said, I guess it would be more like I'd be pissed off if the Vikings didn't really seem like they're going to bring him back. So it was already done deal. Who cares?
We have breaking news from NAC. Cam Akers just tore both his ACLs jumping from the top bunk in his.
He shouldn't have a bunk.
Set up.
He's not on the team.
He set it up himself. It's one of those like
he's like Wesley Snipes in Major League. He just kind of shows up and he wasn't invited, and you know what? They ended up signing him. So that's what's gonna happen. Willie Mays Hayes, baby.
Yeah, he'll be there at our training camp day as well, meeting up and hanging out with us. Cam Akers.
Cam Akers.
What are you doing here? Let's do it. All right. This one is from Davey Chains. He says, if Darnold has a career year, I think he does, and leads us to the playoffs. Win or lose, do we re-sign him for another year or two, or kick him to the curb the way we did to Keenum?
So basically, if he comes in as a career year and leads us to the playoffs,
yeah,
do we re-sign him, or what do we do with Darnold?
Yeah,
I'd love to hear in the comments. What would we do with Sam Darnold if he has a career year and leads us to the playoffs? A team that nobody's really expecting. I mean, we want them to get in the playoffs, but experts aren't going to be picking us.
They're shitting on us. They're absolutely shitting on us and left-hand wiping afterwards.
And hit that like button. We got to get over 50 likes. Let's go.
I don't think I've hit it yet. I'm going to hit it right now.
2-year deal. Julian Marker says 2-year deal for Sam. If that's the case, re-sign him. He gets a new contract somewhere else, says Thomas. Remember, J.J. McCarthy still only 21 years old. Sign him only if he's willing to take backup money. $10 million isn't even backup money. David Ditter says, "See you, Darnold. We fucked up. We should have signed him for
goodbye." I wish Harms was here to moan again. Sign and trade is a possibility.
Tim Voss is really he can tug with both arms. He can wipe with both arms. Love being the underdogs. Re-sign him. Let's go.
Yeah.
Franchise him and then trade him.
Wow. Super Henry's nuts.
Yeah, that franchise that'd be a very spendy franchise. Take a quarterback. Well, because what would you want the Vikings to do?
Well, okay, let's not kid ourselves. If he does have that kind of a year, if I'm Sam Darnold, I'm going to test the free agent market, because if I've shown I can be a capable quarterback in the NFL, I'm going to get paid from somebody. So I'm going to go that route if I'm him and I'm his camp. If I'm the Vikings, I would probably offer him like a deal between being a backup and like an average starter. Maybe not the best deal, because you have J.J. McCarthy. He's your future. You draft him for a reason. You want to get him on the field as soon as possible. So that's what I would do. I would expect Sam Darnold's camp will look for the biggest deal possible, and it would come from somebody else.
Well, and let's remember, a career year from Sam Darnold is like over 18 touchdowns. So,
and like, half that interception.
Here's the thing. Sam Darnold would have to win the Super Bowl with the Vikings. All right. Sam Darnold would have to get to the Super Bowl. Not win it. Get to the Super Bowl for it to even be a consideration. Because if Sam Darnold can get us to the Super Bowl, J.J. McCarthy can get us to the Super Bowl. If Sam Darnold comes in and has a career year, it's because of his surrounding cast. It's not because of Sam Darnold. He's gone to many places and has absolutely sucked ass. So if he comes here, I hope he has a career year. I hope it's fantastic. But unless he just like plays his dick off and his dick's just laying on the field, it's because of the supporting cast. and JJ McCarthy will absolutely be able to do it. I have no interest in re-signing Sam Darnold. I hope he comes here, makes a ton of money with some other team, but JJ McCarthy's our future. No, not interested. Bye.
I think even if he wins the Super Bowl, he's gone. That's a better reason to go to the young quarterback. Hey, we won the Super Bowl. Yeah, all right.
Super Bowl.
No,
that would, I
go
mean,
somewhere else. We have our quarterback.
You just said you wanted to possibly bring him back.
I said the Vikings would probably bring him back. I didn't say I want to do that.
I don't think they would. I don't think any. I mean, JJ McCarthy is the future. Sam Darnold is gone, and if he rips it up, it's because of his supporting cast. That's it.
Yeah, can you imagine winning the Super Bowl with Sam Darnold as your quarterback?
I don't care if we won the Super Bowl with you at our quarterback.
Throw a real tight spiral.
I bet you'd take me to Disneyland.
I would, and we go on the rides together.
I'm not a big ride guy.
I hope you're tall enough.
I like the games. Rides make me sick. I got to take a lot of Dramamine.
All right, I got another question here. This one's from Lupagus. If you could cut one Viking right now, who would it be? Just cut them right now. Current 96-man roster, where the fuck it is right now.
Take Lewis Cine out of the mix. So Lewis. Anyone but Lewis Cine.
He's not my guy.
I'm just saying, like in the comments, if you could cut anybody, all right. See Julie Marker, first one. C.
Yeah, he did it.
Bolster, Cine.
Okay,
take Cine out of the mix.
Take Cine out.
It's fair, but it's too easy.
100%.
Booth. There we go. There's a new one.
Booth.
Angel.
Coming out of the booth.
You can get a magic wand. You can cut any Viking. Brock
Lesnar. Brock Lesnar.
The non-drafted kicker. That's nice. See, it's just kind of. I mean, John Parker Romo. It's like, all right.
Mason M has Tillery. Thomas, he wants to cut
Reisner.
Jerry. Thomas, how are those pubes looking after you won that freaking Bulber?
Bradbury. Who the hell is going to be our center?
I don't know. Alyssa says Romo.
The Romo one's just kind of like a pity thing. Like, you're not going to be the kicker here. We're wasting your time.
Ashley, she says, get the motion sickness patches that go behind your ear from the doctor, Wimbar. They work great.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that.
Apparently, she's also ordered sloppy joes at a restaurant, so I wouldn't take her advice for anything.
Well, yeah. To each their own.
We got breaking news on Thomas's balls. They're clean.
Andre Carter's a good one.
Yeah.
Luminous Grim. You know what? I'm at Grin. I'm on this. I would be just fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
Ingram. Jay Ward.
John Winkleman. What a name.
John Winkleman. Sounds like
breaking news from Ashley. She has not ordered a sloppy joe at a restaurant.
John Winkleman stars in adult films. Oh, great. Winkleman's on set.
Oh, God.
Get out the flex all on the ice. Yeah. Goddamn Winkleman.
Where's the fluffer? Winkleman's out here.
Winkleman does not need a fluffer. I guarantee you that. He is.
It's me. I'm the fluffer.
Andre Allison. Right. Punter. A lot of nailers.
Yeah.
All right, Lupagus, who are you cutting?
Mine was taken. I'm cutting John Parker Romo. Will Reichardt's going to be the fucking kicker. Everybody knows it. There's no point in having two kickers. I want our kicker who's going to be the kicker to get every single rep he can get. And that's what I want. I want the consistency from long snapper to holder to kicker to be just seamless. Give him every rep. Just let John Parker Romo go right now.
It's too easy. You went really safe. You went with the guy that they're going to cut anyways.
Just cut him now. Just cut him.
I know. Now. I mean, that's just.
What's the point? What's the point?
I want them to cut CJ Ham.
Wow.
Well, I mean, you got to get a little out of the box here. I'm done with.
You don't have to. There's nothing in here says you have to get out of the box.
This ain't your cut. You cut the backup kicker. Fine. You can sleep with that tonight.
I will.
CJ Ham, Duluth boy, love him, whatever. I'm so done with having a fullback on our roster that never sees snaps. What's the point? I don't get it. Give me the point of CJ Ham being on this roster. He doesn't play. They don't play him.
They put him on 20-yard routes every now and then.
Exactly.
They're almost bombs.
Nah, I know I was going to get shit for this one. I mean, CJ Ham he's wonderful. Love the guy. I just wanted to, he will be. And he will be on there until he dies. He will be a 38-year-old fullback, still making a shit ton of money and whatever. I wouldn't, if they used him, I'd be like all for it. My next one is a Caleb Evans. Caleb Evans, get the hell out of here.
You think it's done?
There was one Caleb. Oh, there was Billy.
Yeah. Not much. So yeah. Oh. Looks like Viking Funeral will only buy Ashley a sloppy Joe tonight.
That's it. Chad Penner's tapping out. Goodbye, Chad. See you in 2 weeks. Give him a coaching. Exactly. Put Ham as a coach. It'd be beautiful.
I want to see him split out again. Nothing makes me more happy than when they fucking
one of the biggest reasons
vomit.
I don't want him on the team. I don't want him throwing him the ball.
All right. Any more questions of the mailbag? I don't know. I think there might be one more.
Mailbag is empty.
Oh. All right. Put a little thing together for you here, one bar. This is called, remember that scene in The Wrestler when he works in the deli?
Oh, yeah. How could I forget?
How's it go? When she's asking about the ham or whatever? A little more, a little less. A little more, a little less. And that's what this is based off. So I'm going to give you a stat line from last year of Vikings
that wasn't
player.
The ham. That was a potato salad.
Whatever it was. I just remember him saying,
man,
don't
give me a quote and get it wrong. That was a potato salad.
All right, a little more. And then he puts his hand in like the fucking meat grinder or whatever because he's pissed. Anyway, a little more, a little less. So I'm going to give you a stat line from a Vikings player last year. You can tell me this year it will be a little more or will it be a little less? Are you ready?
I'm ready. Comments too. Let's see it.
Yeah, obviously we're going to go to the comments before we get one bar's answer. Let's start out with a banger. Jordan Addison, 70 receptions. A little more or a little less?
Comments.
70 receptions, Jordan Addison, more or less?
More or less for Jordan Addison, 70 receptions.
And let us know, in your opinion, of the wrestler. Did he die in the end? As Ram Jam, did he die?
No, he's still alive. A lot of more. Everybody's more. More. A little more. I would have threw that potato salad right at that asshole's face.
He was happy at first, working that deli.
Yeah, until you didn't want Robin on the or what the hell was it?
It was Rob. Illuminous thinks he died.
Everybody's more. Raphael says on the dot 70, a little less, around 65. Yeah. Harms says it gets more than JJ. Wow. It's not that crazy. A little less. I'm going to say more. I'm going to say around I'll say 82 receptions. Hawkinson being out that first chunk of the half of the season is a big ass deal. Justin Jefferson's only going to continue to command the best and multiple players on him. So Addison's in a perfect scenario. And if Sam Darnold's our quarterback, that dude's going to be slinging the shit out of that thing. And we have a valid running back where people, we can say, oh, we're going to run more, so we're not going to throw it as much. Bullshit. We're going to run more, but we're going to run better. So they're still going to be throwing it a ton. They even said it. Kevin O'Connell even said it.
John Winkleman says 79 catches and 15 touchdowns. He went more even on the touchdowns. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, what Kevin O'Connell say? Yeah, he said we're going to run the ball more, but we're still going to be throwing it more than we run it, by a margin.
All right. Very interesting. I love that. Let's go to Ivan Pace Jr. Last year, he had 2.5 sacks. 2024, a little more or a little less? Ivan Pace Jr., 2.5 sacks.
2.5 sacks? More in the first game?
Wow. One bar tipping his hand right now. Bad poker player.
This is an easy one. Super Henry says Meyer.
Fuck it. I'm going Meyer.
More. 7 sacks more. So 9.5.
Holy shit.
More easily. Bill. Damn it. Williams says less. Did he get injured?
I don't know.
Yeah, this is more. This is an easy one. More. I'm going to say.
I thought he would have had more last year.
Well, I mean, I think if I remember, he had a lot of opportunities. I think he was quarterbacks were a little slippery sometimes. I'm going to say Ivan Pace. He's going to, you got to remember the position he plays. It's not like he's that edge guy just flying to the quarterback. I'll say 5.5 sacks.
5.5 sacks. Ivan Pace Jr. I love that. Let's go to an old man. Harrison Smith last year.
Oh God, hotter than hell. It was funny when they did those whiteout jerseys. All the players came in and they're like, "Oh my God, these are sick." They're taking pictures there. He walks in and he goes, "Oh, I don't know what he said." Those are Those are good looking. He just walked away. Just the most
away.
somber tone. That
Walked
guy's so
away.
badass.
Yeah. It looks like Ivan Pace lives just up the road. Okay, Julian Marker, when we go to training camp, we're going to hang out. We're going to Ivan Pace Jr.'s house.
Hey, is Ivan home?
It's me, Lopez. I might have been the game ref when you went to Chuck E. Cheese on Coleraine Avenue.
Yeah.
Good chance
Close.
I was. Good chance I was. All right, Harrison Smith. Last year he had 93 tackles.
Is that what he
This year,
said? Sharp?
little
I
more?
think he did say sharp. No, those are sharp.
93 tackles, Harrison Smith. A little more, a little less.
93 tackles.
93 tackles. A little more, a little less.
Those are
Confirmed by
sharp.
Julian Marker. We got more from Purple Pumpkin Face Skull exclamation point. Billy
More,
Wintle says
less.
Ooh, we got a lot of lesses here.
Oh yeah, this
Less
is going to be
tackles.
less. We got some boys up front this year that are going to be taking care of business. That new linebacking core, Blake Cashman, pace is going to be better. Grenard, Jerry Tillery is clearly not going to let anybody get around him.
Wow.
So it's not so much that Harrison Smith didn't have a good season. Our boys up front are going to be taking care of it.
Taking
Less.
care of business. One of my favorite Huey Lewis new songs. I don't
Is that a
think
Hugh
them.
Lewis song?
It's not. I don't think
Dude's
so.
old. He is old, but
All right, let's go to this one. Last year, Josh Metellus had 4 forced fumbles. This year, a little more or a little less.
a lot
4
of forced
fumbles. He's good at it. Super good at it.
yes. Thomas has got a good point too. I mean, with Josh Metellus, Cam Bynum, maybe a little Theo Jackson sprinkled in there. He might not see the field as much.
Maybe a little Lewis Scene, huh?
Lewis Scene can do things more than 4 forced. A lot of mores here.
Wow.
Josh Metellus is going to absolutely explode on the scene this year. He exploded last year as a nice, good load, good sized load.
It was a good load.
This year, it's going to be porno load. It's going to get filthy.
I think we need to go back and really, say what a genius move it was to extend him when they did. I mean,
it was kind of genius on his part too, because it was only 2 years.
2 years, yeah.
So he knew. He's like, you know what? I'm going to rip shit up, and I'm still going to be young, and I'm going to get fucking paid, and he's going to get paid
2 or 3 more times.
That's a lot of forced fumbles. I got a tough time saying more.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this. Can I say even?
You can. That's fine.
Even.
Oh,
push. It's a push in the butt.
Turns out Luminous Grin meant Van Ginkel, not Van Winkle. Robert Van Winkle was also not. What's it? Robert Vanilla Ice was last name was Van Winkle.
What it's like having a Roni.
That's how it went. His "I Love You" song was played at my wedding.
I don't remember. I was wasted.
So beautiful.
All right, very inebriated.
We got 3 more for a little more, a little less. This has been a fun time.
This has been a really fun time. Let's go.
CJ Ham, 7 receptions last year. This year, a little more or a little less.
Yeah, you already know where I stand. I want to see the comments. I don't even want 7 snaps.
No, and they love throwing the ball at CJ Ham. It's like a real key point of KLC's
to be extremely clear. I love CJ Ham. Love him. My daughter sent him a letter in the mail. Sent back an autograph. He sent back, you're my new friend. I mean, CJ Ham's the best.
He wrote, "You're my new friend." That's kind of weird.
He wrote to my new friend. And he gave her an autograph. It was wonderful. I love CJ Ham. So don't get me wrong.
All right. So we had right away it was a bunch of mores. Now I'm seeing a bunch of lesses. Thomas said more, less, more. John Winkleman said less. Mason M less. Patrick Harms less. Nack says less. 2 maybe.
Actually, it's funny. My answer is actually more.
Oh, Super Henry says he got 60 receptions.
Yeah, more 60 receptions. He's gonna get 11 receptions, and 3 of them are touchdowns.
Well, and here's the thing: what was the big highlight from practice a couple weeks ago? It was him going on these routes, catching the football down the field, beyond 10 yards.
Because he went Cam Akers on him. That wasn't even the play. He just took off downfield. Throw him the ball.
I don't know. We love throwing the ball to CJ Ham and 7 receptions. I mean, it could be more. All right. We got two more. Ty Chandler last year, 461 rushing yards. This year, a little more, a little less.
Oh, that's a tough one.
461, which isn't a bad number.
Can we assume? I mean, we can get. I mean, can we at least put something in there like Aaron Jones is healthy all year? Or
You can factor it in however you want to.
a lot of Moores.
This is strictly rushing yards, by the way. This is rushing yards.
And it was 461.
461.
I think Aaron Jones gets 15 carries a week, 15 to 18 carries a week. And he's going to rip it up. I think he's going to do fantastic, but I also think we're still going to run the ball 26, 27 times. So there's a lot of carries still in there. And I still think they love them some Ty Chandler. So I'm going to go more. I'm going to say he gets 520 yards on the ground.
Yeah, there was.
I think we're going to end up at the end of the year in the top part of. I think we're going to rush the shit out of it. I think we're going to get a lot of rushing yards.
I'm going to ask you 3 questions. Aaron Digger said, how many would she rush for?
1.
Aaron Rusted, how many would he rush for?
7.
And
thank you,
Aaron Mecklin.
To 3 yards. 720.
Wow.
If it was up to me, Aaron Jones is getting the ball every damn snap.
But he also gets hurt a lot. So that's the question.
Green Bay did not use him right. They never gave him the ball except when they got in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And every time he got over 100 yards and was tearing their teams a new asshole. And they don't have that this year. They got Josh Jacobs, who's going to get hurt. And they're going to be thinking all year, we stepped on our dicks. We should have Aaron Jones. But nope, he's going to be doing that for us, and we're going to use him right.
Yeah. Remember that game against Dallas in the playoffs last year? The dude was just a machine. He looked so damn good. But you are right. I mean, Ty Chandler, the Vikings are super high on him. I think Alec Lewis came out and said, don't be shocked that Ty Chandler has more production than he did last year. So I think they love Ty Chandler.
I fully anticipate him having one of the best years of his career, as long as he stays healthy. 40 likes. Let's get over 50. Let's go.
Not bad, not bad. We got one more for a little more, a little less. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Johnny freaking Munt last year had 172 receiving yards. This year, a little more, a little less.
Johnny Munt, 172.
Remember, no TJ Hawkinson until probably Halloween. One bar, you got any ideas for your Halloween costume this year?
I'm going to go as a newborn baby. I'm going to be butt naked, and I'm going to dump a thing of ragu on me. Newborn baby with a filthy hog.
Where's that cord going to be going?
No card. Cut. I'm going to have to get some Play-Doh and put some foreskin on.
I will circumcise you later that night.
200 more. Cut his ass. Bye-bye, says Thomas.
Oh, my God.
More with TJ out. More than 500. Ashley says less. JDT, more. More is definitely winning. I'm gonna say less.
There's one reason why.
Honestly, I mean, I know you're big on Johnny Munt. We did the Munt report. We love Johnny Munt. I think it's 50-50. Even makes the final roster. I don't care if KOC loves Johnny Munt. He loves every player. He's gonna say he loves every player. I don't even know if he makes the team, but if he does, Bob Tunyon's going to be the pass catcher. Josh Oliver, I think his targets go up as well. And I think Johnny Munt will be the number 3 tight end. So that's the issue.
Yeah, I agree. I think Bob Tunyon's the problem. Like you look at last year when TJ Hawkinson went out, I think it was like over 60% of Johnny Munt's production was when Hawkinson was out. So he took on that role. He did well. But Bob Tunyon's here now. And if he didn't look good in mini camps, I'd still probably say this is Johnny Munt's job. But I think it's going to be Bob Tunyon's, and I think Johnny Munt will be the 3rd tight end. Nick Muse will probably be on the practice squad, and I just don't think he's going to get the opportunities to hit that 172, which was a career year for him last year. So I think it's going to be a little bit less.
I would like to what would have been a career year for him, like 80, Like, well, I mean, he didn't have many yards.
His first year as a Viking was a career year, and he beat his yardage by like 30. I think he actually had less receptions last
well
year.
Done, Johnny. Well done, Johnny.
But yeah, we love Johnny frickin' Munt. And it was funny because we actually said, when KOC was the coach, we're going to probably sign someone like Johnny Munt. And we did. We fucking signed him.
Stouffer is in the house. Always good to see you. Stouffer, we have one question for you. Thomas says that N'Keal Harry makes a team as a tight end. Stouffer, if you could really just kind of look inside wherever you go, will N'Keal Harry make the Vikings as a tight end?
As a tight end. And will he cut in Johnny Munt's production?
No. Nope. That was quick. That was the quickest answer we've ever gotten. He will not make the team. I believe him. I believe him 100%.
I do too. I believe anything Topher tells me.
Gary says, hey, psychic. Gary, don't let him read your mind. We know what's going on in that thing, and it is not good. If he reads your mind, it's going to be, when is the next family reunion?
Yeah, I hope Stouffer and Gary are not related. Let me just tell you that.
All right, he says practice squad. That's going to put a bow on this thing. We're going to be live 2 weeks from tonight. And like I said, training camp. If anybody's going to be at training camp on the 31st, we'd love to catch up, have a quick beer with you. So email us, onebarlumpicus@gmail.com.
Yep, and remember this, and guys, hang on for this one. This is a long fact, but it's a good one. In 2015, a woman named Fang Lung from China severed her husband's penis with a pair of scissors while he was asleep after discovering he had sent explicit emails to another woman. Astonishingly, while he was in the hospital recovering from surgery to reattach it, she severed it again and threw it out the window. And despite an extensive search, his penis was never found again.
Ate by a bird.